SpaceX has raised $106 billion in the biggest ever initial public offering. The company sold more than 500 million shares at $190 each. The IPO is more than double the size of state-run oil giant Saudi Aramco's $40 billion listing in 2019. With more, Michael Hytha is from Bloomberg and joins us from San Francisco. Very good to see you, Michael. Thanks for talking to us.
Oh, thank you for letting me be here.
So SpaceX is priced at 190 Australian dollars per share, 135 US. What do you make of that value?
The share price was fixed, which is very unusual. There was no haggling over a range of what the shares would be sold for in the IPO. What it does do is sets up a lot of demand when the shares start trading tomorrow in the US on Friday. Because there was so much demand for the shares, there's 4 times as many orders for shares as were available in the IPO. That means that there are a lot of, especially retail investors out there, who wanted to get a piece of the company and will have to start buying them on the open market if they want them. And that's going to perhaps put upward pressure on the share price and increase the value of the company, of course.
So lots of demand from retail investors, you say. What do institutional investors make of it?
Oh, they were in on the game too. People were putting in, institutional investors were putting in orders for blocks of shares from $1 billion to $5 billion. Like the retail investors, most of those orders were not filled in the IPO. We'll see that's a strong vote of confidence. And unlike the retail investors, the institutional ones supposedly did a fair share of financial analysis as well. So the prospects are that there's going to be probably a pretty good showing tomorrow when the shares start trading.
Okay, but SpaceX is yet to make a profit. So why are investors so enthusiastic about it? What's behind the hype?
Oh, there's a detail, isn't it? Elon Musk has some detractors, to say the least, but he has a lot of fans, and people know him. They share the dream of life beyond planet Earth and, putting bases on the moon and eventually Mars. And on a more business-minded level, it's a very successful company in what it's doing so far. While the company overall is not profitable, its Starlink satellite system is. And that's an important gain. And that's a real business, if you will, producing a lot of revenue now, as is its rocket business, the rocket launch business, which is what SpaceX is probably best known for. They are putting up a lot of things in orbit. They have a lot of success, a lot of technical innovation. What's holding it back, perhaps, or what is the real unproven aspect here, is that Musk merged xAI, the artificial intelligence arm of the company now, into SpaceX earlier this year. And it's unproven. This idea of putting data centers in space is going to take a lot of technical innovation to make that happen. And the capital expenditures are just amazing right now. $7.7 billion in the first quarter were put into that arm of the company.
Wow. And why is Elon Musk taking the company to the market now, Michael? What do you make of the timing of this listing?
I think it's perhaps as simple as that $7.7 billion in expenditures on xAI. $75 billion brings in a lot of money. If SpaceX is going to even come close to some of its near-term plans, it's going to have to keep spending a lot of capital on equipment, on research, and the IPO supplies a good bit of that money.
Michael, AI competitors Anthropic and OpenAI are expected to go public as soon as this year, aren't they? Is there enough investor demand to meet incoming supply?
That's a very good question, and it's going to, of course, be proven out as events unfold. The AI component of SpaceX is a bit of as noted, the less known aspect of the company, and OpenAI and Anthropic are more, of course, pure play AI companies. So depending on how SpaceX trades and how AI figures into it, that could either increase enthusiasm perhaps and liquidity, putting more money in the market for those later IPOs. If SpaceX doesn't go well, of course, like any mega IPO, what follows tends to be diminished a bit. Anytime anybody has a less than successful IPO, those planning for listings down the line tend to bear the brunt of that.
And finally, Michael, Elon Musk is set to become the world's first trillionaire, if he isn't already through this listing. Extraordinary wealth, isn't it?
Oh, by any measure, it is a singularity, isn't it? By the last calculation Bloomberg has, Musk's net worth was about $970 billion US dollars. The way I figured it, if the stock goes up by a few percentage points tomorrow, he becomes a trillionaire based on his holdings in the company.
Wow, it's hard to get your head around that one, isn't it? Michael Hytha, we appreciate your time.
More money than most of us have, that's for sure.
Just a bit. Thanks so much.
Cheers, thank you.